Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum dear students, how are you all? I hope you all are good. We are going to learn about computer science. You know very well, computer is an electronic machine that is used to solve our problems according to the given instructions. We can also store a large amount of data in the computer's memory. Nowadays, computers are used in almost every field of life for different purposes. We are going to start chapter number 5, which is named as computer architecture. First of all, you need to know what is meant by architecture. Basically, architecture is an art of designing the structure of something. किसी भी चीज़ के स्ट्रक्चर को डिज़ाइन करने का फन, इसे हम कहते हैं आर्किटेक्चर. एंड इफ़ वी टॉक अबाउट कंप्यूटर आर्किटेक्चर, तो ये एक ऐसा आर्ट है जिसके ज़रिए हम यूज़र की नीड्स का पता लगा सकते हैं. वी कैन डिफाइन कंप्यूटर आर्किटेक्चर एज. Today our topic is the input-output unit. First of all, you need to know what is input and output. In the previous lectures we have discussed that anything given to the computer is called input and anything that is displayed in the form of result is called output. On the other hand, the devices that are used for input are called input devices and the devices that are used to display something are called output devices. Now we have to discuss the input-output unit. We must say that this is the most important component of a computer system, and you know that in a computer system many input and output devices are used. These devices may be keyboard, monitor, mouse, printer, etc. and all these devices are different from one another. क्योंकि ये devices एक दूसरे से different होती हैं तो इनकी working भी different होगी. तो हम कह सकते हैं कि इनकी working को control करने के लिए या फिर इनपुट आउटपुट डिवाइसेस को कंट्रोल करने के लिए, मैनेज करने के लिए हम इनपुट आउटपुट यूनिट यूज़ करते हैं. वी कैन राइट इनपुट आउटपुट यूनिट इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट कंपोनेंट ऑफ कंप्यूटर. इट इज़ यूज्ड टू कंट्रोल डिफरेंट इनपुट आउटपुट डिवाइसेस सच एज कीबोर्ड, मॉनिटर, प्रिंटर, डिस्क ड्राइव, एक्सेट्रा. Input output unit is connected to bus and processor and all other devices are connected to it. This unit is also responsible for compensating the speed difference between processor and input output devices. Processor हम यहाँ पे CPU को कह सकते हैं. तो CPU और input output devices के speed difference को maintain रखने के लिए, speed difference को balance रखने के लिए हम input output unit को use कर सकते हैं. Here we have to discuss some responsibilities of input output unit. अब हम ये देखते हैं कि इस component की क्या responsibilities हैं. The input-output unit is responsible for the following. First one is it monitors the state of different devices attached to it. Second is that it manages the speed difference between the processor and the input-output devices. Here you can see the input-output unit is connected to the bus. Two types of buses are given here, data bus and address bus. The processor means CPU and all other devices are connected to the input-output unit. Now we will learn different ways of transferring data from peripheral devices to computer. हम जानते हैं कि ऐसी devices जो कंप्यूटर के साथ कनेक्ट की जाती हैं उन्हें हम peripheral devices कहते हैं. There are two main types of transferring data from the peripherals into computer. These are interrupts and DMA, where DMA stands for direct memory access. We will discuss both the types one by one. If you want to transfer data from peripheral devices to computer, then we can use this way, which is called interrupt. Basically, interrupt is a signal. ये एक सिग्नल है जिसके ज़रिए डाटा ट्रांसफ़र किया जाता है किसी भी पेरिफेरल डिवाइस से कंप्यूटर में. इस प्रोसेस में CPU एक कमांड इशू करता है किसी भी इनपुट या आउटपुट डिवाइस को फॉर इनपुट एंड आउटपुट ऑपरेशंस कि कौन सा इनपुट और आउटपुट ऑपरेशन हमने अब परफॉर्म करना है. जब डिवाइस रेडी हो जाती है तो इसके बाद एक सिग्नल जनरेट होता है, उस सिग्नल को हम कहते हैं इंटरप्ट. वी कैन से an interrupt is a signal. In this scheme, processor issues the command to the input-output devices for input and output operations. When device get ready, they generate interrupt signal. Some advantages of interrupt is given as it requires no additional hardware. It is simpler to implement. It also has a disadvantage. It reduces the overall performance of processor. Second way for the transmission of data is DMA. DMA stands for Direct Memory Access. This scheme transfers data between main memory and input-output devices without using the CPU. CPU को यूज़ किए बिना भी डेटा को ट्रांसफ़र किया जा सकता है between main memory and input-output devices. CPU जस्ट इनपुट-आउटपुट कमांड इशू करेगा जब डेटा ट्रांसफ़र रिक्वायर होगा. इस स्कीम में हम एक स्पेशल हार्डवेयर कंपोनेंट भी यूज़ करते हैं फॉर द ट्रांसमिशन ऑफ डेटा विच इज़ कॉल्ड DMA कंट्रोलर. In this scheme, the processor issues the input-output command and then busy in other useful tasks. Special hardware gets data from input-output device and uses the system bus to place it in the main memory. The input-output unit also issues a signal to CPU when data transfer is complete. जब भी data transfer complete होगा तो input-output unit एक signal issue कर देगा. Some advantages of DMA are this scheme increases the overall performance of CPU. Its disadvantage is that it is more complex and expensive as more hardware is needed. क्योंकि इस स्कीम में ज़्यादा हार्डवेयर रिक्वायर होता है इसलिए ये ज़्यादा एक्सपेंसिव है. Now we have to discuss some steps to transfer data from CPU to main memory. अगर हम डेटा को CPU से मेन मेमोरी में ट्रांसफ़र करना चाहते हैं तो इसके लिए हमने कुछ स्टेप्स राइट करने हैं. But firstly you have to remember that data is transferred from CPU to memory by using address bus and data bus. The process of transferring data from CPU to memory consists of different steps which are as given below. First one is CPU places the address of main memory on address bus. Second is CPU places the address of data location on address bus. Address bus में main memory का address भी write किया जाता है और data location का address भी. Next is main memory sees the address on address bus and then main memory writes the data to the specified location in the memory. By using these ways, we can transfer data from CPU to main memory. Now you have to learn input-output unit and different ways of transferring data from peripheral devices to the computer. You have to give your best. Thanks to all of you for sharing your precious time. Allah Hafiz.